Thank you guys very much. I was back there pacing back and forth. I told my mom, who is here somewhere, not for sure where she is, that I've never been so nervous to give a speech. But I think when you're in a position of leadership, that's a good thing. What I try to do each and every day is to do the best job I can, and I have some great people that work with me and some of the greatest office holders that I've ever worked with. So I'd like to, first of all, thank the Jefferson R7 School District for hosting today's event. Great band over here. These kids come on their day off of school to do this, and I think that should warrant a hand from you guys. I'd also like to thank the Jefferson County Growth Association for promoting this event. Now we'll go to some of the people that are here that I'd like to recognize. First of all, we have our esteemed Honorable Lieutenant Governor Peter Kinder. Would you please stand? If I went through everybody here, I know I would miss them. So first of all, is there any representative of any of the Congress people that are in Washington? Is any representatives here? Would you guys please stand if you're representing a congressperson? Thanks for coming, guys. State Senator, I know I saw Gary Romine and former Senator Kevin Engler. I'm not for sure if Ryan McKenna's here, but would you guys please stand? Thank you for coming. Any of the judges, Jefferson County judges, would you guys please stand? I know there's a few of them here. Hopefully they haven't left yet. Thank you. Any office holders that are out there with me in Hillsborough, please stand. Wow. It's a pleasure working with all of you guys. And the county council members. We got county council members somewhere over here to my left, your right. Usually I don't have my family members with me, but today I have my mother, Barb Phillips. She's sitting right here in the front, if you would just wave. And my son, Tyler, right over here. He's the guy taking pictures. So he looks like his mom, thank God. I'd also like to recognize David Courtway. Dave is over here to the side, him and Derek Good. I'd like to recognize Dave as my Director of Administration. When Steve Stoll left a little over a year ago, that was a hard person to fill their shoes. I have a lot of respect for Steve Stoll, and Steve Stoll and I worked very well together. When he told me he was leaving to take an appointment in Jefferson City, it was pretty hard, because I'm like, who am I going to get to fill his shoes? Because those are very hard fills to shoe, very hard shoes to fill. But David came in, Steve trained him in a couple of weeks and did a good job. And I appreciate you, Dave. I appreciate what you do for me every day. Thank you. And finally, I would like to recognize veterans. I know we have a few veterans here, so if you're here, I know they got to go eat early. They're the ones to go in the line. If you're a veteran or have served in the military, would you please stand? One of the things we've been doing out at our administration center is working on a Veterans Wall of Honor. It's displayed in the as you go into the left of the administration center. I started working with this project with, again, Steve Stoll, the previous Director of Administration, along with Dave Christian and other members of the Veterans Wall of Honor Committee. We're anticipating a spring grand opening event to promote this memorial to our veterans. You can't honor veterans enough, and I appreciate you guys coming. For those businesses that stepped up to buy a table for these veterans, could you please give them a hand also? To quote a phrase from my friend Ron Casey, which is probably everybody's friend, and you know Ron says things that sometimes doesn't make any sense, so I'll just make sure that I say this the way he says it. Blessed are those who keep it short, for they shall be asked back. Does that sound like something you would say? You tell that to everybody, but you don't actually do what that says. So Ron never just keeps it short. So I'm here today to talk to you about the state of the county, but first I would like to recognize a few additional stakeholders that are making a difference in the lives of many residents in Jefferson County. Just a couple of days ago, I believe the paperwork was signed to change Jefferson Regional Medical Center to Mercy Hospital Jefferson. Mercy Hospital Jefferson is one of the county's largest employers. Comtree, another stakeholder under the direction of Dr. Stephen Huss, is designated as a community health center for Jefferson County, helping those in need with, among other services, mental health, substance abuse, and family counseling. Metal Container Corporation, located in Arnold, has recently expanded their facilities and is a key contributor to the economy of Jefferson County. Also, we have Jefferson College under the direction of Ray Kaminsky, and I saw him and his wife here. I would also like to recognize all first responders that are here. Thank you for your valuable service and dedication that you provided to all of us. As I have stated many times, Jefferson County is a great place to live due to a combination of several attributes. These features include, among other things, our natural resources and our infrastructure. However, the single most outstanding attribute that Jefferson County has is the people that live in the county. The active participation of our citizens in the various communities and community organizations make this county a variable, desirable place to live. As you can tell, I'm nervous, and don't even ask me why. I've done this about 100 times. Today, I am here to tell you that the state of the county is continuing to improve. In 2011, Jefferson County began operating with a new form of county governance. Home Rule Charter established, among other things, an executive branch of government containing a county executive and a legislative branch of county government, which contains 7 elected county council members. The Home Rule Charter stipulated certain items to be conducted before and after a period called the transition period, which was December 31st of 2012. That's when it brought to an end the official transition period of the Home Rule Charter. As mandated by the Jefferson County Home Rule Charter, additional changes in operations of certain components of Jefferson County government will be completed. Since I spoke to this group last year, there has been progress on several fronts in our government and Jefferson County as a whole. During the past year, much progress was made in ensuring that the citizens and stakeholders of our county have a more efficient and responsive county government. I would like to talk briefly about a few of the initiatives and action plans that were undertaken and implemented in the past year. My administration worked with financial advisors to restructure long-term financing instruments that were put in place several years ago and utilized for major capital expenditures. These funds were used for construction projects, including the construction of the Justice Center, construction of the administration, building, expansion of the jail facilities, construction of the Juvenile Detention Center, and other county improvements. These instruments were restructured and presented to the Jefferson County Council for approval. The County Council approved the restructuring, and as a result, we will save approximately $2 million in interest payments over the duration of the term of these obligations. My administration presented to the County Council a 5-year strategic plan for Jefferson County government. Some of the major areas of need cited in the plan related to our animal control, fleet, parks, and information technology departments. The Council approved this plan on September the 10th, 2012, and again, I would like to thank the County Council for approving that plan. Our Jefferson County Public Works Department is responsible for the maintenance and upkeep of over 1,400 lane miles of roads. During 2012, the Jefferson County Public Works Department completed over 200 lane miles of road preservation projects. The annual maintenance and upkeep of Jefferson County roads is made possible by the 1/2 cent sales tax that the citizens of Jefferson County first approved in 1986. The Jefferson County Fleet Department instituted an automated inventory and work order system which will allow us to operate our fleet department more efficiently. We spend approximately $800,000 a year in parts inventory, an additional $1.25 million in fuel to keep our fleet of vehicles serviced and operational. With over 350 vehicles and 100 pieces of highway equipment, we will now be able to track, monitor, and manage inventory, fuel, and work costs associated with each vehicle and piece of equipment. And one of my guys from down there, Dave McCush, thank you for what you're doing down there. Dave wore a suit today, and I'm very impressed. So I can't give you a raise for that, but I appreciate the job that you're doing. During the first part of 2012, we were concerned with fuel costs and the impact that this could have on our budget. We discussed with the department directors ways to control this cost. I want to personally thank Sheriff Glenn Boyer for taking the initiative on his own in the department of the sheriff to also put measures in place to control this expense. The net result was that the Jefferson County government reduced its fuel consumption by over 63,000 gallons in 2012. Thank you. That is a tremendous collaborative effort by all county departments. I have also worked with federal, state, local officials and stakeholders regarding the development of the Mississippi River ports and other vital infrastructure improvements in Jefferson County. These improvements will benefit Jefferson County and the region as a whole in the future. On November the 1st, as stipulated by the Home Rule Charter, I presented to the Jefferson County Council a $95 million balanced budget for Jefferson County. Again, let me say that number again, $95 million, a lot of money. Some of the highlights of this budget are funding for the purchase of $1.2 million of needed vehicles for law enforcement and other county departments, addressing needs in areas of county government regarding additional security, animal control, and public works areas. Providing a salary increase to the valuable county employees was something that we also did. Part of the salary increases ensured that all employees would make at least the minimum salary as stipulated by the merit system matrix. The merit system and salary matrix was approved by ordinance in 2011, but salaries were not adjusted at that time. Now, every employee that works for Jefferson County government and every new hire will make at least a minimum salary according to the merit system pay matrix. I would again like to personally thank my good friend, County Auditor Dorothy Stafford, her staff, and Director of Administration David Courtway for their diligence and hard work during the budget process. I would also like to commend the County Council for approving the budget on December the 26th, 2012. You might ask, how do we improve on these successes? Well, during 2013, my administration and I will continue to promote the advancement of Jefferson County in the specific areas. Number one, and it'll always be the same, jobs. It is no secret that jobs are essential to the stability of our residents and our county. For this reason, job creation and retention needs to be job one for our administration. We want job creators to know that Jefferson County is open for business. Recent unemployment numbers from the Bureau of Labor Statistics indicate that Jefferson County had an overall unemployment rate of approximately 6.8% at the end of 2012, compared to over 8% at the same time in 2011. Although this is improvement over the previous year, it is not good enough still. During the past year, County Council Chair Bob Boyer, County Council Vice Chair Kelly Wayman, and I worked with Greg Tucker of the Missouri Extension Council and Mr. Brian Herrick of Jefferson College to initiate small business group forums around the county. These meetings allowed us to acquire valuable data in order to help identify business needs and concerns. I hope to work with these individuals again this year to expand on this program. I fully endorse the Certified Work-Ready Communities initiatives that are being promoted by Jefferson College. I would encourage all Jefferson County businesses to become supporters and participants of this program. Future employment prospects required us to support projects like the Mississippi River ports. It is also essential that we support efforts like those of Metal Tech Corporation, Mercy Hospital Jefferson, Jefferson College, and other businesses in creating more jobs and training that is necessary for future jobs in the county. I always encourage our citizens to buy local and to hire local whenever possible. Spending and employing in our own county will not only help sustain current jobs, but will also provide a catalyst for job growth in the future. Mississippi River ports. My administration will continue to work with state, federal, and local stakeholders in the efforts to make the dream of a world-class port a reality. Last year, the Missouri House of Representatives authorized funding for the initial work along the port area, but unfortunately, the funds were removed in the Missouri Senate. At that time, Lieutenant Governor Peter Kinder, State Senator Ryan McKenna, and State Senator Kevin Engler worked aggressively to save the funding for our county. I want to personally thank them for their efforts. I also want to thank all Jefferson County State Representatives for their continued support of this project. We must continue the hard work and cooperation between the federal and state officials, the Jefferson County Port Authority, county government, municipalities, local business, citizens, and other stakeholders to gain necessary funding to begin this process and project. I am committed to working with the Jefferson County Port Authority and the Jefferson County Council in developing a consensus on how the county might be able to help facilitate some of those needs. It has been estimated that over 9,000 jobs could be created as a result of port construction, operation, and business development in the Port District. I'll stop real quick. The port is going to happen. There's a lot of naysayers out there, but they're few and far between, and this port will continue to move forward, and I believe for years to come will create jobs for Jefferson County. In order to achieve success in the previous two areas just mentioned, we must be committed to lobbying for and promoting support for improving and enhancing our infrastructure in Jefferson County. I will continue to support the following. Continued work on the Interstate 55 corridor is a high priority, essential to Jefferson County and the entire region. Enhancements of the I-55 corridor will position us for future increased flow of commerce and goods to lead us out of the weakened economy. Investments in the I-55 corridor will also lead to safer interstate travel for the many commuters traveling along I-55. Work has been completed and is scheduled to be completed at various interchanges and ramps along I-55, which would include Barnhart, Peevely, and Herculaneum. Additional bridge replacement and repair work is currently underway south of this area, which will allow for potential additional lanes to be added in each direction along I-55. Approving and constructing additional lane on both sides of I-55 while improving the interchanges and ramps from Peevely throughout the projected port area south of Festus will help position our county and the region with a modernized highway system to complement our rail and waterways. Continued improvements along the Highway 30 and Highway 21 corridors are becoming more desirable as development and growth in these areas continue. The Highway WMM East-West corridor will need to have attention as this area continues to grow and the amount of traffic increases. We should also support the continued focus on safety concerns regarding many dangerous curves, intersections, and shoulders throughout the county. Many of our heavily traveled roads in the county still do not have shoulders on them. In 2013, I will continue discussions with municipalities and other stakeholders of Jefferson County, seeking a consensus on ways to approach the extension of the 1/2 cent sales tax for roads and bridges that is due to sunset in 2016. The voters of Jefferson County voted for the sales tax in 1986 and then again did it for another 15 years that began in 2001. This funding is shared between Jefferson County and the municipalities of Jefferson County. This funding is vital for the maintenance and improvements for public roads in the county and the municipalities in the county. Business and industry have always cited transportation issues as one of the top factors in influencing their decisions to relocate or expand operation. Finally, in 2013, we'll continue to seek ways to deliver a more efficient, effective, and service-oriented government for the citizens of Jefferson County. In recent years, while many state and local governments and agencies experienced dismal sales tax numbers and had to reduce services in order to balance budgets, the residents of our great county continue to support businesses located in our county by keeping their purchases here at home. In 2013, I will support a continued and renewed focus on buy local initiatives along with promoting higher local initiatives. I would like to challenge everyone today that is here and to those that are listening. Although we have been fortunate and blessed more than many others, do not be happy and content where we are today in our state of the county. Instead, encourage and support each other to aspire and strive to achieve the endless great things that could be accomplished, and imagine what a better position and place the state of the county will be if we collectively work together, offering positive support and a lending hand to each other as we focus on the areas that we have in common and on the areas we agree on. Let us not lose our focus, our mission, vision, and civility when we disagree. Let us strive to do good for all the citizens of Jefferson County. In closing, I do appreciate this event that the Jefferson County Growth Association has sponsored, and want to thank the association and members for their dedication in promoting Jefferson County. Again, I would like to thank the R7 School District for hosting this event. When you look around and you see all these kids in the blue shirts, that's our future. It's not us sitting at the tables. It's our children and our children's children. Don't ever forget that. I would like to also thank each of you in attendance for your dedication and support of making Jefferson County a great place to live. And I would like to thank the citizens of Jefferson County for allowing me the honor and the privilege to represent them as county executive. Thank you, and God bless.